Dan Fitzpatrick here, stockmarketmentor.com, and it's a Wednesday, May 4th. I want to look at Zillow here in this free chart video, and this is why. The company reported great earnings. I read a couple articles about it, and gosh, if I didn't own a home, I'd probably want to go to Zillow and buy one. Everything looks great. By the way, Pulte Home. Looks like this could be starting to move as well. It actually looks like one of these energy stocks. That's just a random thought that I had. You're buying the stock here. Keep a stop just a little below there. That works, okay? Call that a bonus. Anyway, with this, a breakout and a move to about 29 bucks or so, something like that, right at the open, and then the stock trades as high as almost 30 bucks. And then the stock's down. Now, I could look at this and say, all right, this is a screaming short. And frankly, it does kind of look that way, to tell you the truth. But I would be remiss in not pointing this out. Short interest, 26.34. What does that actually mean? It means that if only the shorts, were covering, it would take them like 26 days in order to, with what the volume is, in order to be covering their shorts. So that's a huge short interest, which is about like 21% of the float. It is what it is. The reason I'm pointing that out is a couple things. First of all, the short interest that I gave you, that can be as much as 2 weeks old. It's not like they publish it every single day. If you short stock, you don't have to phone it into the NASDAQ and say, "Ooh, put me down for 1,000 shares." So the data is lagging data. I would say, though, that a lot of this was just due to shorts covering their positions. My suggestion would be this. If the stock is trading lower than it is right now, 28.08. If it starts trading lower, this red box here would really be kind of I think my target zone. In other words, looking to short this stock now because it's just way overbought and volume was huge and the close was lower than the open, basically at the low of the day. So I'd be looking for this to fill all or at least some of the gap here. So this would be my target where I would close my short, in other words, cover my short and buy the stock. And then if you're doing that, you have to look at your downside with respect to the loss that you could take. Your green box here is where you would cover if the stock starts moving against you. And I show you that because this is a pretty significant number. If this is indeed a short squeeze, this will continue to go up tomorrow. So those are your two levels. Just don't violate those levels, because when you do, it typically doesn't work out really well for you, but it does for the person on the other side of your trade. Okay, members, over to the strategy session. I got a lot of really good feedback actually from last night's, and this was kind of carrying on from where I left off last night. So we're going to stick to our knitting, stick to the stuff that's working. Say that real fast 3 times, and I'm going over that in tonight's strategy session.